Hi, I'm Martin Brouard from Sabotage in Quebec City, makers of the Messenger. I'm co-founder and executive producer, and you are watching I Know Your Game.
Was für ein Spiel ist The Messenger?
Okay, so The Messenger is a love letter to retro gaming, to 8-bit platformers, 16-bit Metroidvania games. So it's a ninja game first and foremost, but it's very surprising. What starts as a very serious, classic tale of demon attacks actually will surprise most players with its humor and its depth.
Was ist der besondere Twist?
One of the special twists of The Messenger is actually after a few hours in, maybe 3 or 4 hours depending on the skill level, the Messenger will travel 500 years in the future. And we represent that in the game by switching from NES to Super NES, like from 8-bit to 16-bit. So the whole visual, the animation are more rich, more colors, and the music switches too. So every single track in the game, the music by Rainbow Dragon Eyes is done in 8-bit and 16-bit. So you really feel, and then you go back and forth between the levels because it kind of turns into more like of a Metroidvania game. So there's a map that unlocks, and then you figure out that there's new path that you need to explore to find new levels. And so yeah, surprises all the time.
Warum habt ihr euch dazu entschieden, dieses Spiel zu machen?
Okay, so we made The Messenger because creative director Thierry Boulanger, who's the co-founder of Sabotage with me, he's been dreaming of making this game since he was 8 years old. He was playing a lot of Ninja Gaiden, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, DuckTales, and stuff like that on the NES. He really liked these games, and he was drawing ninjas, and so for 25 years he's been wanting to make that game. And also, when we decided to start Sabotage, it made sense for us to start with The Messenger.
Würdest du sagen, dass The Messenger ein schwieriges Spiel ist?
Messenger might look hard. It's hard, but it's not, NES hard. It's not hard like those games from back in the day that sometimes felt a little bit unfair. I think The Messenger has really, really good controls, and that puts the failure on you, the player, most of the time. I would say that it still is a pretty good challenge, but most of modern gamers who are, playing a lot of these recent platformers will find it to their liking and, not too easy, not too hard.
Was passiert, wenn man stirbt?
So next to our ninja here is Quarble. Quarble is a greed demon. He's our death mechanic. So basically, in 2018, nobody wants to have a lives and continuous system. So we pride ourselves in doing games with retro aesthetics and modern game design. So what do we do to punish the player for dying? We get this little Quarble guy. He's going to appear every time you die. He's going to save your butt. He's going to bring you back in time just to the point before you die to the latest checkpoint. And in exchange, he will kind of make fun of you depending on how you died. And he will also eat your loot for a while just to reimburse himself. He's a greed demon after all. So, and then he'll just go away until the next time you die. So it's a little dunce cat mechanic. If you have this little guy around you, it's because you failed. And so it's to remind players that, you just died. So it's a little punishment, but also it's a way to make it a little bit more funny.
Was macht noch das Spiel besonders?
I'd say that some of the most surprising things that you'll find in The Messenger are actually in the writing of the game. The shopkeeper is, for us, we think is the main character of the game. And this shopkeeper will make fun of you, will send you some cryptic information along your journey, but also you're surprised to be, he has some stories that you might actually find quite relevant to personal growth and different stuff that you certainly wouldn't expect from, a ninja game where you're hacking at demons.
Wann kommt es raus und für welche Plattform?
So The Messenger is coming out on August 30th in 2 weeks. on Switch, Nintendo Switch, and on Steam. It's already available for pre-order on both of these platforms. And you can also pre-order the soundtrack on Steam. And if you do, you will even get 2 free tracks from the composer of the original Ninja Gaiden, who did two music tracks inspired by the Messenger. So on Steam.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.